Apologies, lads. Apparently we had no sound the entire time so far. That should now be sorted. My bad for that. I mean, yeah, sorry about that. We've probably been able to see Fred the entire time. Me just screaming at the screen. It's all because of Fred. All because of Fred. Fred is so bad, man. So bad. Fred is just doing Phil Jones things at this point. Wan-Bissaka. Fantastic. Honestly, give him a round of applause. He's brilliant there. What he's done there is brilliant. Bruno Lahi or however Fred again has just lost out on a stupid duel to Adama. And again, he's just been bodied twice in about 10 seconds. Just get him off the pitch. Get him off the pitch. Oh my days. Please, just get Fred off. Oh my days. What is the point in Fred? Every time you pass it into him, he's not going to get on the half-time and play it forward. He's going straight backwards every single time. Everyone knows it. Thankfully, Pogba's there. He can actually pass the ball forwards. But, Jesus, Fred is so bad, man. So bad. Yeah, there's a good flow to these early minutes because Fred's been constantly giving the ball away. Oh, my days. I don't care how good a job Nuno's done. I'm concerned about how bad a job Fred's doing. Get him off. Oh, that's a foul. Come on. This is CR7 territory. Straight into Rosette, but it's CR7 territory. Obviously, he's not on the pitch, so irrelevant, but it is CR7 territory. In a couple of games' time, maybe he can start worrying the fans behind the goal. Well, that's definitely a foul on Bruno. Connor Cody's lucky it's still a back three because he is useless in a 4, but he's all right for now. Why is Fred standing over the free kick? Oh, I love that. Ronaldo cut out in the away end. United fans holding him up in the air. That's class. Portuguese flag as well. That's class. Just, why is Fred over any free kick? Just get him as far away from the ball as possible. Off the pitch. In the changing rooms. This might be... I don't care if it's a good angle for a left footer. I'd rather De Gea take it. Go on, Maguire. Slabhead's won the aerial duel. Oh, Greenwood nearly tucked it in, just like Bamford did for Leeds a little bit earlier. A little bit like Bamford earlier. Oh my days, Fred again. I mean, look, Fred's just on an acrobatic clearance to clear a ball, but honestly, everything else he's done this game is shocking. He's making Adama Traore look like prime Messi. It's all Adama Traore. All he does, thankfully, he's got no end product, but all he does is all he has to do is just run at Fred. No midfield because Fred's terrible. But again, once again, away from home, we saw it all of last season, and thankfully we got away with it. But it's looking like every single time he gets the ball, we're lucky not to go 1-0 down. Fred is probably my least favourite United player ever. Like you've got some players that have played for United that are just there for joke value or whatever. You know, the Bebes, I was about to say Choupo-Moting. He's just a joke player for any club he plays for. But so many Eric Jamba, that lot, they're just joke players at this point. But Fred, he's actually starting games, and a lot of games at that. And he's bad another duel he's lost. Just get him off the pitch, man. I've been saying constantly Van der Beek and Pogba won't work. It can't be any worse than Pogba and Fred, can it? He's just not doing anything. And De Gea, once again, can't come off his line. He's terrified. We should have conceded there. Because De Gea's not come off his line to claim the ball. Shaw's headed it back inwards to Sancho instead of getting rid of it. Well, Sancho's headed that back into Shaw. Just, you can't do that. You can't do that. He's just headed it straight to Jimenez. Fred, just turn. There's no one around you. Just turn and pass that ball forwards, man. There's no need to go backwards. Pogba's got his arms up, waving them around because Fred is useless. Again. Can Varane pass it forwards? Give it Pogba, yeah. Pogba can turn and pass forwards. Not on this occasion, but he can. Fred is standing right behind Pogba. Thankfully, Pogba's just quality. All Fred does is pass backwards, man, to the centre-backs. Maguire and Varane are doing his job for him. Decent ball from Varane looking for Dan James. Obviously, he's not learned yet. Don't pass to Dan James. Although I suppose there can't be too many players in one team that you can't pass to, can there? You can't pass to De Gea, can't pass to Dan James, can't pass to Fred. It's like playing with 8 men. But look, what is encouraging so far, we look a little bit more composed on the ball, a little bit more. With Varane and Maguire, I think we have been a little bit higher up the pitch as well. And even Varane, he's bringing the ball out from the back wasn't really his strength. His ball playing is not his best attribute. But he's looked good. He's looked bright so far. Good ball into Greenwood there again. Just don't give it to Fred, man, please. Oh, no. Thankfully, he's not screwed that one up. A pass back to De Gea. Oh, Fred's just about got away with that one to Greenwood. Thread the eye of the needle. But the thing is, with other players, with Pogba, you're giving the benefit of the doubt because they do that sort of thing often. It's class. It's quality. When it's Fred, you're like, well, that's about that far away from a counter-attack for Wolves. You don't give him the benefit of the doubt because half the time he gets it wrong. More than half the time. Most of the time he gets it wrong. So wrong. Sancho's offside, but Fred, just... And get Tom Heaton on the pitch in midfield. It'd be better than Fred. We've not managed to test Wolves yet, but the good thing is, 16 minutes in, we're 0-0, we're level. Hwang Hee-chan, Ultimate Team legend from last year, he's joined Wolves. He's in the stands watching them today. Sadly, Ronaldo's not at the game, obviously away, so he's not likely to have his own box at Molineux. Although, we know what they've got in terms of Portuguese connections. Trincao, Ruben Neves, João Moutinho. Luke Shaw's done really well there up against Pedro Neto, who was an absolute baller, by the way, Pedro Neto. Absolute class player, top class player. Right, Nelson Semedo with it. Oh my days! I'm just remembering back to the Euros. We made again last time we played Wolves. We made Nelson Semedo look all right. He got a goal, didn't he? Obviously, the youngsters did pretty well in that game. We ended up winning it, but we made Nelson Semedo look all right somehow. And today we're making Adama Traore look like prime Lionel Messi with the strength of the Hulk. Mike Dean refereeing. I'd rather have Mike Dean on our team than Fred. Oh, Fred, please send him off. Send him off. Fred's gone in there. He's landed on someone. Please just send him off. I'd rather play with 10. He's gone studs up into him. Come on, just please. I know it's only 18 minutes in, but just get him off already. If Ollie's not going to bring him off. Mike Dean, help us, please. Traore standing 2 yards offside. Just in there as a physical presence, and the free kick's not even beat the first man. Portuguese connection for Wolves, and that ball's gone straight to Bruno. Oh no. How many teams in the league would Fred actually get into at this point? He's so bad. You know what? So far, bar Fred, I think we've actually been all right. If we had a player that doesn't constantly make mistakes like Fred is, then we've been doing all right so far. The problem is we do have Fred on the team, so it's not good. But if we can get a competent midfielder in there, someone who can pass the ball, honestly, even Ruben Neves, he's not the greatest player about. He's not that good at all. But he can pass the ball. That's a massive step up. If you keep the ball, you've got less defending to do anyway. Doesn't matter if you're a little bit less good defensively. And to be fair, it's not like Fred's good defensively. He just runs around like a headless chicken until he eventually gets the ball. He's getting bodied by Adama Traore left, right and centre today. Come on, Wan-Bissaka. I mean, Dan James has actually looked alright so far. Obviously, run into a crowd of players just then. That's just as I say, he looks alright. He does what he always does. Run straight into a crowd of players. We're really struggling to deal with these Wolves players on the run now. We can't. Every time they get running, they get a little bit of gas, a little bit of dribbling on them, and we cannot deal with it. That's the problem with our midfield, because sometimes we just can't defend the inside. When they cut in off the wings, we cannot deal with it. Partly because Fred's not good, partly because Luke Shaw, that's his weakest point, probably Luke Shaw defensively, and Pedro Neto is taking advantage of it. He's taking full advantage. Wolves have looked good, but again, reminder that they've been fantastic going forward this season. They've got everything bar the goals. And coming into this weekend, apart from Liverpool, they had the most shots in the Premier League. They've got 3.2 expected goals already, which is so many without an actual goal. They've been doing bits so far, just not quite got on the score sheet yet, which is a little bit of a problem, but the way they're playing, you wouldn't bet against them going 1-0 up here. Pogba doing his thing, good in the air. Fred's run out to try and gamble on the ball, and he's got there too late, and he's running back already. Not sure why Ben said 7. Not sure what that's getting at, but yeah. If you mean 17, then yes, 17, Fred needs to go off. Thankfully, Fred's actually blocked a ball into the area. About time. About time he did something useful. Yeah, but Fred shouldn't be having to stop the cross on both sides of the pitch again, because the whole point is it's a team game. You defend as a team. Track back with your wingers. Dan James, run back. Jadon Sancho, run back. You should be watching the wing backs. If the fullbacks are tucked in, you watch the wing backs. It's not hard. And if you've not got the fitness to do it, then you shouldn't be playing for Man United. Crowding the keeper because they know De Gea won't come off his line, but Varane is there, heading clear. Absolute maestro in the air, Rafael Varane. What a player. Oh no. Another cross we've not dealt with. Connor Cody's won the header. It's not gone in though, so we're alright for now. With this, it's one of those you just think Ole's got to persist with it. I think, especially when you go into a new type of team, a new formation, new way of lining up like we have today, with just Fred anchoring that midfield, really, alongside Pogba, you know we're going to give the chances away. You know that's going to happen, but we've just got to get used to it. Got to get through the early issues, and eventually, we can't keep giving the ball away though when we're trying to play out, when we're expanded, when we're so wide and spread out. You're just asking to concede goals. As Bruno talking to the team, like the proper leader he is. Marking Adama Traore at this point. Greenwood, I'm happy Greenwood starting over Martial. He's been terrible last game, but if you're dropping Martial, surely you've got to drop Fred as well. He was shocking. Even worse. Maguire's headed clear, thankfully. Fred, please make that pass. Oh my days. He's giving it away again. Again. We're making even Semedo look good once again. Thankfully, Sancho's tracked back with him this time. That's good. That's better. You can't do that. In the Bundesliga, you can get away with it. You cannot get away with that in the Premier League. You've got to track back, and he's learned. He's learned already. You've got to do it. Look, I mean, I hope Joel Glazer apparently watches some of our games. Surely he's got to be watching this. And if he is watching, he's surely got to say, you know, we need a midfielder. He's got to spot it. Genuinely, at this point, we're just hoping that we don't go into half-time a goal down. And the thing is, last season, every time we did it, we just activate Comeback FC and be incredible. But we're giving away so many free kicks, so many balls. Every time they cut in with the ball, they're looking dangerous. So many balls into the box. We're lucky that's not gone in. Really, really lucky. What is going on? We just can't get on the ball. And the thing is, it's a spell of pressure, but every team gets spells of pressure in every game, and you've got to cope with it. Oh, he's offside anyway, to be fair. But we don't look like getting on the ball. We don't look like riding out the spell of pressure at all. We look useless. Wisebot is blocking out some moderators. Good stuff. Not some moderators, some bots. Sancho's probably getting a quite rude awakening here, harsh awakening. Now Sancho's now got a track back with Adama Traore. Wan-Bissaka's caught up the pitch. Traore's gassed him easily. Put the ball in, but thankfully it's Adama Traore and it's gone behind for a corner. What would it take to just sell Fred now? Just release him from his contract. Just get rid of him. Pogba's just standing there waving his arms about, being like, come on, just give me the ball, someone. Varane's giving it to him now, and that's fine. Look, Pogba's drawn in a player, but as soon as you've done that, you've got to move that ball forwards. Someone else has got to run into that space. Luke Shaw's taken on Trincao there, and Trincao's just matched him so easily. This is not the Luke Shaw we saw last season. Unsurprising, because he's a little bit rusty still. Right, corner for United, come on. We need to just get a goal. Get a goal and hopefully things will change. That far too often last season we were relying on that. Rather than getting some control of the game and then scoring, we'd get a goal and then suddenly everything would change. Pogba's found Sancho, found Bruno. Shaw back in. Oh, Varane's nearly there. Now they're on the break. Maguire's sprinting back, nowhere near it. Fred, please do something. Sancho's done so well there, slowing it down. That's good defending, actually. Has someone gone down? Oh no. Bruno. I'm sure I'll be fine because Bruno's a fighter, but... To be fair, if Bruno did come off... Oh, I think it is outside the area, but that's... That's not a penalty, it's outside the box. I hope Bruno's not injured. Got a fair amount of people already saying, oh, they should get the boot this year. Because the same issues with build-up haven't changed in about 3 seasons now. Which is... It's true. We can't play the ball out of the back. We cannot play the ball out of defence into attack. Part of that is personnel. Yeah, Fred's useless. But part of that is the structure. It's awful. The structure is terrible. It doesn't matter how many great players you got up front. If you can't get the ball to them, it's pointless. It doesn't matter. Right, we're giving the ball back to Jose Sarr and back to Wolves. Bruno looks fine. Charging around the pitch, trying to get that ball back. Again, positionally, he just seems to lack so much confidence. Every time he's in a position to pick up the ball off the defenders or the keeper, he's just running 10 yards deeper than he needs to be. And that just makes it that much easier to press us. There's Pogba on the ball. He knows he can't give it to Fred, so he's tried an audacious pass to Luke Shaw and has given it away. Because Fred's in a stupid position every single time. Thankfully, Fred's won the ball back and actually passed it to a United shirt this time. Greenwood's in here. Down the right. Forced a little bit wider than he wanted to be. Come on, Jaden. Cut in. Is that not a foul? Come on, ref. Oh, great acceleration from Sancho there, and he's done brilliantly to keep that in. I think Shaw's just tackled Fernandes. Great. Right. Currently getting ready for the halftime analysis show, just scheduling the stream for that. And to be honest, we've got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of things we're doing horribly, horribly wrong. But the encouraging thing I think I'd say for starters is that the players are individually playing better than they were last week. That is important. The problem area, as it always has been for United, is midfield. Once again. Wan-Bissaka finally finding Jadon Sancho there out wide. I mean, look, Wolves have been by far the better team so far. Cannot disagree with that. No. Oh, no. That's better. All 11 players behind the ball. Now we're able to break. Win it back and you can break. That's better. We're looking sharper on the break, but you've got to win the ball back first. Can Ronaldo play in midfield? Genuine question at this point. But we've got basically no passing angles available because of Fred and Pogba. The positioning's terrible, but Pogba has to keep coming deep because Fred's useless. Great ball from Pogba there, into the right area. But again, if Pogba's going to play that pass, why is Fred not running onto that? And the whole team squeezing up. You've got to squeeze up straight away so that one, they can't counter. And two, you can actually get the second ball, win the knockdown. People slating Wan-Bissaka now. I don't know what's going on. think there's been a lot worse than Wan-Bissaka so far, to be honest. United are playing shocking. Yes, really, really bad. Really, really bad. The thing is, I don't think we're as bad as some people are making out. But it's been poor. There's a lot of issues that can be fixed. I genuinely think getting Matic on the pitch would make a massive difference here. Or Van der Beek. Just someone that can pass the ball forwards be a huge difference. Bruno's in behind here. Goal, but he's offside, yeah. Great ball from Pogba. Yeah, as well offside from Bruno. Yard and a half or so. Good finish. But he's offside again. But Greenwood needs to make more of those runs as well. Can't be just Bruno. That's a 2-footer there. Fred's lost out again. Every single duel he's losing out. Every single one. Go on, James, get round him. Or give it Bruno. Wan-Bissaka's first touch is poor. It's not into the place he wants to run. It's just into a cul-de-sac every time. Wan-Bissaka, I suppose that's not what you want him for, Wan-Bissaka. You don't. Well, he's not the sort of fullback that you want to invert and receive the ball in the middle. Oh no! Moved it right to Jimenez. Traore can't do anything, so it's fine. No end product. Right, a lot to discuss at half-time here. A lot. 6 minutes to go. Then we'll be straight into the half-time analysis show. Pogba's moved it wide to Wan-Bissaka. But again, Fred's on the same line as him. It's so easy to press, so easy to watch. So easy to defend against. On the ball, sorry, not on the ball. When we've got the ball, Wolves are so well set up. Pogba into Dan James. Oh, that's not a foul. What's that been given for? That's a joke. I played it quickly. I think Marcel's so deep, as is Semedo a lot of the time as well. I think the most disappointing thing so far is that we've not really been able to make any, partly because we've not had enough of the ball in sustained spells, we've not really been able to create any advantages in terms of numbers anywhere on the pitch. We haven't been able to create 2v1s out wide, nothing in the middle, nothing so far. Meanwhile, Wolves have been doing the exact opposite. They've been creating advantages everywhere, but also individually, even if it's 1v1, Wolves have been easily ghosting past the United players. So everything we've not been good at, they've been brilliant at so far. I think the encouraging thing though is that individually the United players aren't playing that badly. But honestly, at half-time, I get either Matic or Van der Beek on. Maybe Dan James off, and Pogba on the wing. But I think Pogba's been alright in the middle. He's helped us actually move the ball forwards, because without him, sometimes we do really struggle. This is frustrating. Again, we're just really, really struggling to get out. Right, 3 minutes to get into half time at 0-0. Genuinely, I don't know how many chances Fred gets. I can't think of any other player that gets this many chances. I mean, Wan-Bissaka has just fired that into Pogba. And Pogba was lucky not to lose the ball there. But again, part of the problem now, when Wan-Bissaka fired that into Pogba, was that Fred's on the same line. So it's so easy for the defence to just, or the Wolves midfield to just go and press him. Because they know we can't move that ball forwards. They've shut off all the angles. Here's James in. Oh, tried to play it back into the centre. I think he should have gone for goal there. Gone across goal, and we can hopefully the keeper saves it, get a rebound. Varane's done really well. Great aggressive challenge. What is Mike Dean pulling that up for? Varane's done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all. He's just come through and won the ball. Mike Dean's given a free kick. I do read chat. Yeah, I can see it. I'm just still don't want to get involved in the Spurs chat. We have been terrible so far, to be fair. Has Varane got booked? Oh, Bruno. Bruno's got to be careful here. We don't want him to get those. Well, yeah, he's well on his way to get a suspension for yellow cards, because I think when you get 5 yellow cards in some point by January or something, he's going to get that. He will, and he'll be out for a game. Carrick on the bench there. Well, if Fred wants to keep arguing, I am happy with that. If Fred wants to keep arguing and get himself sent off, please do. Please do. Yep, I know Spurs are first, somehow. I mean, you lost to Pacos de Ferreira or whatever, Packet of Crisps, whatever they're called. I don't know how that's happened. And you're still top of the league. The best thing for me, though, is Arsenal bottom. The thing is, I suppose Spurs are playing without a handicap in midfield, which we've got. It's a shame you can't get that in football. Oh, Greenwood's very nearly scored there. Greenwood's looking bright. He is looking so bright. He's looked so sharp at the start of this season. You know what? The one place I think that United, in a sense, having Ronaldo is going to mean Greenwood gets less game time up top, and he's looked good. It looks like this is his breakout season. I hope they can share that number 9 role. I hope, because Greenwood now I think he's putting his hand up. He's saying, "I am not a number 9. I'm not a winger. I am a number 9 now," and he's playing like it. His movement's so much better. His finishing's fantastic. He's great on both feet. See, Pogba's doing what he should be doing there. Jogging away from Fred when he's got the ball. Just makes it a little bit easier. Forces the defence to drop off. And now here, what we've got is one player's gone. Neves has gone to press Fred, but because Pogba's 10 yards up the pitch, Moutinho can't go as well, so it doesn't shut him in. CR7 and United, yes, big time. All right, half time. All right, I'm going to nip to the toilet very quickly, and when I come back, I will be doing the half-time show, half-time analysis, what United are doing wrong so far, what we need to change in that second half, and how we can go and turn this game around. Because so far, we've been by far the second best team. We have been awful in comparison to Wolves, and we're lucky to be 0-0 at half-time. Bruno's screaming at Luke Shaw. I think he was trying to scream at the ref, but Shaw's taking him away. Solskjaer, Phelan and Carrick are not looking happy. The first thing they've got to do, all three of them, just honestly spend the entire 15 minutes screaming at Fred, then take him off. Don't even give him the chance to go and drop another disaster class second half. Get somebody else on. Tom Heaton on, whoever, in midfield. Don't care. Just not Fred for that second half.